vision for BZZ here, but a lot of mana for Artez. He should be fine. Stampede actually popped to slow down Artez a bit. Orchid damage and another couple right clicks from BZZ, so we'll be able to pick up Artez here. I guess no TP. Oh, TP mana was low, but perhaps if Artez looks to TP right away there, would have made it out for sure, and unfortunately just didn't have the presence of mind to do so, or perhaps thought he was tanky enough to sustain through that onslaught from BZZ. But BZZ going to continue to get bigger and bigger. He's 75 gold from his BKB. We'll look to see if he buys that straight up. He does. A courier is coming over to him with that Black King bar for this Clink. So Clink's getting really scary, hitting critical mass at 20 minutes in. That's what happens when you let an 11-minute Orchid go to a freak farming Clinks, especially on a capable player of the Clinks like BZZ is. G gonna pop press the attack back off just to heal himself up, and hoping that no rotations came in from Goddamn as well as PSM, who they saw in the top lane as BZZ dropped the tower. They're going to posture up bottom here. Just look to go on Medusa again with this jump in hoof stomp into Mystic Flare, but there is support from the troll. Ancient Seal, Mystic Flare, Stampede, not going to be enough to finish off Artez. They will Stampede and sound the retreat here as Berserker's Rage was popped, and they weren't expecting Gorak to be there, but I should have known they didn't have enough damage, but sure, nothing lost there but some cooldowns, so not a big deal. If they do get the kill on the Medusa, it's a pretty much insane play, and it's going to turn the game hard in their favor. So there will be a Fire Blast as well as an Ignite out on Jotum. They'll even pop the Weave, and he'll be an easy kill, but in the meantime, G was able to blink out to safety, so they're not really too concerned about losing Jotum. He has just Arc Boots as well as Magic Wand. They will go straight into Roche, though, with that pickoff. Yol will be able to kind of scout this out here. He doesn't have vision of them yet, but and they don't have vision of him, but they do know that this is going on. Fisher will come in from Jotum. He'll actually buy back for that. Not too detrimental at this point in the game, but they will still take a free Roche, and Dusa will pick up the Aegis of the Immortal on Artez, and will rotate actually solo here. Jump in from BZZ. He'll pop his Black King bar, and they'll finish off the troll quickly, but he'll get Shallow Graved in the meantime. Stone Gaze is going to be popped. Duel onto a Phoning J, and the Mystic Flare will commit and finish him off as well. They will see BZZ going down here, as well as God on the way out. So 2 for 2 there. No Aegis lost. Yol will be able to get out. Goddamn, not able to get sight of him. Goddamn, he wasn't able to get sight of him with that Fire Blast off of cooldown. Yol was able to blink out there, but losing your Clinks and your LC, your two most farmed heroes for, including BZZ, the most farmed hero on the map for the Death Prophet, as well as the under-farmed Troll Warlord, not worth it for VP. They also leave the Aegis here on Artez, who's got his Lincolns sitting in his stash here, so as soon as he gets hold of that courier, he'll have a Lincolns as well as a Yasha on this Dusa. So getting pretty fat is Artez, and the clock is ticking for Virtus Pro here, guys. Arc Boots up on Yol's Skywrath Mage. He will throw the Concussive Shot, Ancient Seal, Mystic Flare onto Goddamn, but it won't be enough for this tanky Ogre Magi with 1200 health here, so unfortunate for him, he's not able to find a solo kill there. He will look to jump in with Sadoy, and they will pick off the Ogre Magi, but the Force Staff is up to the high ground for Sadoy, and he'll get cleaned up by Artez's Medusa. Concussive Shot going to go out, as well as a blocking Fisher just to end the fight there. But a 1-for-1 Ogre Magi for Centaur War Runner, not worth it again for VP. Force Staff is up on Sadoy's Centaur, but you saw the first use of it there be pretty detrimental for himself. Their Whirling Axe is going to go out, as well as Mix the Snake onto BZZ. The axes will actually miss, unfortunately for him. They didn't slow him down, so he'll rotate into the jungle. Death packed up a creep here at some point and look to continue farming. It looks like he'll go into a Chrysalis with his Broadsword in his inventory. Jotum sitting up in the mid, just soaking some experience and backing off the push from mid lane. G farming up the enemy jungle. He's got Yol to back him up, but Yol doesn't have any mana here, and he's going to throw out a Concussive Shot, but he's going to get hit with a Fire Blast. Jump in from a Phoning J. He has the Yule Scepter to purge. Actually, it doesn't purge off the Stampede, but only very little of it is left. G tries to give him a press the attack to keep him alive, but will not be enough to no avail. And G will blink out to save himself. He does have a blade mail up on this LC. You saw it used in this choke point engagement here when they cleaned up the DP, but they did end up on the wrong side of that trade. And it looks like Compass Gaming working their way back into this game. We'll take a look at the graphs, and you can see it's pretty erratic here, but slowly but surely has been dipping back in their favor recently, more than not back in their favor. So experience gone well their way. 2,000 experience lead. Take a look at the heroes level. You do see this chunk here. The two supports pretty under leveled for VP. So that being the difference. Exorcism is going to be pop bottom lane. They're going to posture up on this T2 here. We'll look to see if Jodam jumps in. He doesn't have a blink. He's got 1,100 gold. Concussive Shot going to go out as well as the Fissure onto Artez. But mass TP's out from 3 heroes to the top lane where some split push was going on from BZZ. He takes about 50% of the damage into this tower here. So yeah, just over with that those last couple siege hits. Stampede going out bottom. They're looking to chase out Artez. Stone Gaze going to be popped though, and that's going to force G to turn back there. So good use of the ult there. Those 2 super priority targets that were caught out 3v2 there with Jodam, Yol, as well as G there looking to aggress into them. BZZ going to look for a solo pick as they rotate to bottom. He's going to see a Foninje in the mid lane here. Sedoy's blink was actually short. Didn't look like he was spotted out though. They'll have the Force Staff up as well as the Fissure and the Mystic Flare. Easy kill on a Foninje in the mid. So good scouting by BZZ. Nice play by Sedoy to back off into the fog as his blink was a little bit short, and was able to force that forward with the coupling it with the Fissure into the hoof stomp onto a Foninje. So big pick off there. Good target. That'll bring the DP down to 9,300 net worth, and G climbing his way back up towards him. Orchid is up here for BZZ. Will they cast it on Artez? No, he'll get forced back. So nice play there by Goddamn with the Force Staff he just picked up recently, sitting on only 200 gold at this point. So a nice play there to save Artez. Our Orchid was not committed, and really nothing was. BZZ will rotate back and grab a Creep to Death Pact here. He's looking at Gorek and Artez, but he does see that everyone is here aside from a Foninje's Death Prophet. Orchid out onto Gorek. Fissure actually going to almost block BZZ off, but they'll jump in, get the duel on PSM, and get 2 kills instantly here for VP. Yol will die to the Mystic Snake in the background, and the Crypt Swarm doing a lot of work with a Foninje TPing in. They'll pick off G here as well as Jodam with a Crypt Swarm, and that's a triple kill for Artez's Medusa, and things are looking really grim for Virtus Pro right now. Might I say Virtus throw, knock on wood here, folks. Not that they had a giant lead at any point. As we take a look at the gold graph, the lead for VP was only, that fight didn't seem to register yet, but the lead for VP was only about 3k at any given point in both net worth and experience. The problem is that the later they go, the more this LC and Clinks combo is going to fall off, only relative to the Medusa. Of course, those are not heroes that generally fall off, but relative to this Medusa, who has a Yasha and an Eagle Song up at this point, they're going to be really hard-pressed to take her down. She's going to build right into the Butterfly. Good choice against the Clinks, for sure. We won't see BZZ go into a MKB anytime soon. He will make a little, try to make a cheeky play and steal that Ancient there, but will actually miss, and Artez will still pick up that kill there. 2,200 gold out on BZZ, so he's almost at his Demon Edge. That Ancient would have pretty much put him there. Yol's gonna look to ward. He's gonna get caught out here. Nope, gets up the high ground. Goddamn, not able to get off that Fire Blast. Axes will be a little bit short of Yol, but G's got to be careful here. Definitely sees this. He's got 2 TPs as well as his blink, so yep, he'll blink down and just continue to walk at this point and push out the wave. He does see the majority of their heroes near his wave, but he will TP out in the tree line as a Foninje was chasing him down with that Yule's Scepter here. So, 2 supports from VP, pretty damn poor at this point. They are sitting above PSM's Dazzle, who has absolutely nothing. But he does have 1,300 gold, so perhaps he's going to grab up his point booster after this push. Concussive Shot goes out into Artez, and that will sound the retreat for Compass Gaming. But they will reset and look to go in here. There is some push going on in the mid lane from G. Goddamn is there to defend. Sadoy and BZZ as well there. So it looks like Yol as well as Jottam just going to try and delay them here. But Yol going to get caught out with the Yules. He's going to get silenced up. Stampede is going to use to help him back off. And he will actually get away at this point. BZZ, meanwhile, taking down the tier 3. So Yol doing a great job here, distracting all of Compass Gaming while they lose their tier 3. TP's back were cancelled out from Gorak as they finish off Yol on the Skywrath Mage. And they even, VP even get the Courier, which had quite a bit on it for VP here. Yule's up onto BZZ. He's going to BKB TP out. He'll be fine. No bash first attempt from Gorak there, unfortunately, for Compass Gaming. So good trade. They lose a tier 2 here. Virtus Pro does for a T3 and a Skywrath Mage. I think it's still a good trade for them. I'm not sure that anyone was killed in the mid lane. Did Goddamn go down? He didn't. So, but Clinks did get the tower here, and that should be his Demon Edge, or Daedalus, I should say, coming out. And it is, yes, it is. So, Daedalus out on BZZ here. Artez will have his Butterfly soon, though, and he does right now. So he's going to have to build into an MKB pretty soon if he wants to do reliable damage into this Dusa. Looks like a Basher coming out for G here. Actually, Sanj, so Halberd. Pretty good item for G here. Looks like the build, unless he goes Sanj and Yasha. 100 gold away is Jottam from his Blink, and G will charity him a last hit there. So Daedalus does come out for BZZ here. He's in the enemy jungle looking for a pick-off. Ghost Scepter out, as well as Shiva's on Amphoning Jays. But they will find out BZZ here for free. No, Stampede will sound his retreat. Shiva is going to be popped. He will pop the BKB, but another right click going to come from Amphoning Jay in the tree line to finish him off, and he actually wastes a BKB charge as well. So his BKB now at 6 seconds, so pretty crucial charge to waste there. Did Goddamn have a gem here? He did, so really tanky support to hold this gem, so working out great for Compass Gaming there. It looks like they'll rotate right into the Roche Pit, who's up in about 5 seconds. Super unfortunate for them. They look in. Gorak will check it again and find it, though. And as you see, he turned, but it was a little surprised by it being up. Compass Gaming will immediately revert from mid lane and go right to the Roche Pit. They'll even commit the Exorcism for this, and this will be a real quick drop of the level 2 Roshan here. So no cheese yet, but they will have an Aegis on Artez, who has a BKB up. Mystic Flare popped here, but not going to be enough to do anything. They will cancel the TP, though, of Amphoning Jay. Artez going to look to TP back to deter this split push, and they don't have enough to go in here bot lane. Shiva's Guard going to be popped. Not going to hit on Yol as he forces away. So good job by the supports of VP there, but Artez still being able to get back out and deter the push from BZZ there in the top lane, as well as G. So they don't get anything done. They lose a Roshan. So pretty good trade here for Compass Gaming. They're looking good once again, looking to take what is a very significant game from Virtus Pro here. As I said, Virtus Pro sitting at 5-3. They need to win 5 of their last 7 games to be in. If Na'Vi, Alliance, or the third team sitting at 9 wins, Secret, Na'Vi, Alliance, and Secret lose out. One of those teams has to lose out here. Nice new ward in 6.82. Gonna get placed down here. Sees quite a bit, as you can see, for the dire side here for VP. So sees definitely good for Courier pickoff. Stampede gonna be committed mid, but G will fall to the 5-man of Compass Gaming. He does not have buyback at this point. Just bought his Halberd, so This looks like to be a free T2 here. TP's back from Goddamn, but there are two heroes here. Mystic Flare will not be enough as he will force away, and there's mass TP's back here. Sadoy gonna look to pick off Goddamn. He will do it. BKB TP is not gonna be enough, but he will force to the low ground. So smart play by Sadoy here, knowing that Gorak could have cleaned him up with his Berserker's Rage Bash, or even just the attacks. Even with his BKB pop. So nice play by Sadoy. They do get a pick off there, but they lose their tier 2 in the mid lane. But at least they get something. Knowing that G was down, they really weren't able to defend there. G's probably been the most underwhelming, especially considering his skill level for Virtus Pro this game. Just hasn't done much at all on this Legion Commander, unfortunately. So, excuse me, guys. But he does have a Blade Mail, Blink, as well as Halberd. So if he does get into the fight, even though he's only level 16 compared to the 18 of the Dusa and the Death Prophet on Compass Gaming, he still will be able to do something if he gets that Halberd off on Artez. Of course, Medusa doesn't often build BKB with all the tank ability from Mana Shield, and in this case, the effective HP that Butterfly gives you. Bots do come out for Artez here, though, so going to be able to do a lot of split pushing, going to be able to push the waves out and farm, as well as deal with the split push of BZZ. Sadoy going to bait out Gorak here. He's going to look to be backing. He'll probably re-engage as the Orchid comes out on Gorak. Not needed, but he does make a nice blink hoof stomp in. Phoning J here, TP's out instantly from BZZ though, and it looks like they're gonna, I was gonna say sack Sadoy here, but he's able to BKB TP as well. With Gorak down, they really have nothing to cancel that. Artez though, knowing Jodam is pretty much alone in this bottom lane, gonna look to take him out. Nice Fisher block though, and she does have vision though, so she is able to clean him up in time. So good attempt there by Jodam to get out, but they will clean him up. So 1-for-1 across the map. Troll Warlord offlaner for Jodam, who is poor as shit, sitting on 4,500 net worth. He does have his blink at this point, so he's pretty much useless. Hit farm on him is pretty much useless, I should say, beyond that blink dagger. So a little bit of aggressive wording being plopped down here. Exorcism is going to be popped in the top lane from a Phoning J. He's going to look to take this tower. BZZ is going to be spotted out by Goddamn here. Not sure why he didn't realize he had the gem as he was killed down here, so perhaps he thought there was a sentry, and that will create enough space for a Phoning J to take that tier 2 top. Jodam will look to block out the creep wave here with a Fisher. His Fisher is a little short. Shiva's popped here. Some harass going to go in to a Phoning J from BZZ. G going to jump in and look for the duel, but he's going to get disabled here. Meanwhile, Goddamn going to go down in the background to a hoofstomp and jump in. Echo Slam from Jodam onto Dazzle, and PSM will go down. That's a 3-for-0 in the top lane. So despite not getting a duel off once again for G, and not getting any extra damage, they get a 3-for-0 in the top lane. With the 2 supports and a Phoning J's Death Prophet going down. No TPs in there from Artez. As you can see, he probably looked to do it, but as they were bursted down so quickly, canceled out the TP there. So Artez going to be able to farm up the bot lane. He's still got a ton of net worth here, sitting at 20,000, just above BZZ, albeit. So BZZ looking pretty damn good himself at 4,200 gold in his inventory. We'll look to see what he picks up. I'm hoping for MKB for his sake here. He'll look to take out this top racks as units go into the base. Of course, he can't do it right now because of backdoor protection, and the glyph going to be popped as well. So that'll sound BZZ's retreat, at least up to the high ground here. Still going to have his team look to distract them in the mid lane with this tier 3 sitting pretty low. But they will back off for the moment in being, and there is still quite a ways away from Roshan here, at least 2.5 minutes, even with a very early spawn. So Jodam does have a gem though. Probably picked it up off Goddamn in the top lane. Yep, that's the Ogre Magi's gem there that they were able to get in that 3-for-0 on the top lane. So that's going to help out a lot. They're going to be able to deward. As you can see, they already dewarded this cliff ward aggressively placed by KPG there. And Sidoi does have a Reaver come out on him. His BKB is sitting at 7 seconds, so those couple uses preventing his death, one in the base and one here in the tree line, definitely worthwhile, being as he still has 7 seconds up. They'll pop the Berserker's Rage and look to go in on mid as well as the Exorcism, and they're going to get a lot of free damage on this tier 3, if not bring it down, and they do. There's no glyph quite yet for VP. BZZ is here, so no split push going on. Jump in, as well as a duel onto a Phoning J, and a jump in Echo Slam on 3 from Jottam, and they'll clean up the Death Prophet real quick. Jottam going to go down here in the backlines to Gorik. Stone Gaze was popped from Medusa, and they're going to be able to clean up Sidoi with a Fire Blast that keeps up PSM and a Shadow Wave. Instant buyback from Jottam, so 2 for 1 there. Instant buyback from the Centaur as well. Fish are going to stop them. They still have Glyph from taking this melee Rax. Mystic Flare out in the back from Yul. He'll get cleaned up. No! Jump in and Hoof Stomp from Sidoi onto Gorik, as well as the Enchant Totem. And Gorik will go down. Excellent play to keep up their Skywrath Mage, as well as pick off the Dazzle in the background. So it ends up being a 3 for 2 after the 2 instant buybacks of the VP heroes here. So really nice recovery play from them. They'll get some return kills, and in the meantime, take 2 lanes of Rax with BZZ porting out, or being out in the bot lane to split push there. So excellent job of defending done, but with 4 heroes there. BZZ was there early on, so I'm guessing he just shadow walked down. But excellent job of defending there. They even saved their glyph on the side of Virtus Pro, knowing that they could stop that melee Rax push from happening and that it would regen. So the MKB, Daedalus, Orchid, BKB up for BZZ here on this link, plus 2,500 gold. So he's looking really fat, even ahead of the Medusa right now. But Artez does have 6k gold, so perhaps contemplating a Rapier here. Perhaps going to look to pick up the Scotty. Both would be good choices here. Looks like he could use a little more HP in these engagements, so I'm more a fan of the Scotty than I am of the Rapier at this point. But down 2 lanes of Rax, perhaps it's time to go big or go home here. But I don't think they're that far down. I mean, the graphs don't tell that story. 5k at 41 minutes in, both experience and net worth is really pretty much negligible. The DP, Phoning J, is about 1,300 away from his heart, sitting on the Reaver and 1,200 gold. Gorik's been pretty much a non-factor all game long, just drums, mech, Vlad's, Poor Man's Shield, phase boots, but he does have 2,200 gold, so perhaps he looks to build into that AC to help out the Exorcism from the Death Prophet, as well as his damage and even the push. Going to be a blink out here from Yul. BZZ here in the bot lane, but he does see 3, if not 4, now 4 heroes. And there was a Divine Rapier purchase, so the dream is real, folks. We are going to see this DR Medusa here. They're going to have to keep her up very long, and the Dazzle will probably not even pay attention to any of the other heroes. We'll see if they scout this out in the mid lane for a VP. She did clean up that wave real quick. So, but if she gets picked off in the mid lane right now from Jottam with the blink, he's going to queue up his Enchant Totem, but he won't go in there. That would have been a huge pickoff with a Rapier going the way of BZZ. That would have been GG, so good on them. Blink in from G. He's going to clean up the wave. That's going to push Artez back. He's going to be a little bit more cautious having this Rapier. He does walk into the wave again, so if VP did click on him, they do find this out. And the rest of the lineup, actually 3 of the lineup of KPG, going to take Roshan with Berserker's Rage as well as Exorcism. Excellent play by them, but they don't have TPs back for Phoning J or Gorik. And BZZ going to go on Goddamn. They're going to find him for free with the Fisher to clean him up. But the BKB was popped a little early from BZZ here. Shiva's as well as Berserker's Axe is going out for Gorik. They're going to chase down Sidoi here. In the backside, PSM going to get dueled up and finish off. So that's a big kill there for VP. Even though it's just a Dazzle support, that's a lot of what their team fight needs at this point. His toolkit with the Grave as well as the Weave to help the Exorcism do more work, to help keep up this Medusa and sustain in general. So we'll see if they look to go into the push without this Dazzle up here. G's actually going to TP back and defend top lane, so they do have Boots of Travel on this Medusa as well as a Rapier, so perhaps she looks to go in and split push if they look to Rax there. But either way, there are 2 lanes of exposed Rax here for VP, so Medusa could have just got into the base and went for those Raxes. with the split shot doing a lot of work there. She's hitting for 500 damage at this point. So even 80% of that is 400 damage. With reductions from the building, it takes her about 2 or 3 hits to take down this range racks, and maybe 5 or 6 hits to take down the melee barracks there. So definitely something to worry about with these boots of travel on Medusa is the split push. Could have had simultaneous mega creeps there. So good decision from G to take their spoils with those couple of kills and look back to push the lanes out before they go half-heartedly into the base of Compass Gaming. So Hard is out here for Sadoy. Jotum does have the gem that he picked up before, and wow! Clinks! Wow, I probably missed the most important kill in the game. GG gonna be called promptly. Probably BZZ with a double damage rune just picked up Artez in the top lane, and he now has a rapier. Game over. If they're able to pick up this Clinks and get it back real quick, then perhaps this game is still... But Heart comes out for G as well. Look at that net worth swing. I mean, you're looking at two heroes that were roughly even a minute ago, and BZZ just shot up to 32,000 net worth, and Artez back down to 18,000. They will jump in and look to take out Sadoy in the bot lane, as they know BZZ is not there, but to no avail. Duel going to be cast up on a Phoning J. Mystic Flare. Shallow Grave going to keep her up beyond the duel, but that's about it. Arcane Bolt gonna not be able to finish him off. A Phoning J does pop the cheese. Jump in, Echo Slam from Jotum onto Gorek with the Fisher. They'll finish him off, but that's just an Aegis at this point. Yol going to be cleaned up from the Exorcism, as well as G. He does press the attack, but it's only going to delay the inevitable. And BZZ also went down, so wow, big turns back for KPG here. Who's got the Rapier? Does a Phoning J have it? No. Rapier is probably sitting in base somewhere. Not sure who the hell picked up this Rapier, guys. I am so confused right now. Where the fuck is BZZ's Rapier? Oh, it's back on Artez now. So, game really, like, secured or recovered here for Compass Gaming. They lose nothing in that bot fight. Gain 3, kill BZZ off, and look at the net worth. Back to pretty much parity here for the Clinks and the Dusa. And Artez is kissing someone's feet on his team there. Great plays. Phoning J baiting out a lot of the toolkit of VP there with the Mystic Flare, the Duel, the Centaur toolkit, and then using the cheese at the very last moment before being hit by that Arcane Bolt to keep himself up. Exorcism did so much work in that fight. And Sanjin Yasha is now up for Gorek as well. And they're going to take this mid racks for free, as they don't want to use the buybacks on G and Clinks, as they're going to be up. They actually almost look to go Throne with the Berserker's Rage, but the Glyph is up. G is now up. Jump in, Fisher, but Stone Gaze. Mystic Flare is going to pretty much whiff on a Phoning J. Silence onto 1. Overwhelming Oz going to be cast there, but not going to matter. 2 T4s are going to go down quickly. Jump in from G. He's going to duel up on Artez. They're going to focus him down with the Searing Arrows. The Grave will keep him up for the time being. Will BZZ be able to finish him off? No, he gets stunned up. Shadow Wave, Divine Rapier on the ground. BZZ is going to pick it up, but he's going to fall right thereafter. And instant buyback here. Where is this Rapier? Rapier is on the Death Prophet. Weave going to go out. They're going to finish off Gorek with the overwhelming ons. Jump in, Echo Slam onto a Phoning J, as well as the Enchant Totem. The Divine Rapier is on the ground. It's going to get picked up here by Sadoy. They're going to look to take it to Artez here. Double buybacks instantly from the Troll and the DP. They pick up the Medusa, though, so no reason to port back into this fight. And VP, save your rares and your hopes here. TP's out from Jotum. Can he get a Fisher out onto PSM? He can jump in with an Enchant Totem. They'll finish off the Dazzle as well. Triple kill for BZZ. Rapier is on Sadoy right now with 3,500 gold to his name as well. Unfortunately, he can't just drop that thing. Maybe he wants to feed to Roshan, but Roshan is alive now. They will Stampede and jump in. He will stop cast the Hoof Stomp, as it's not going to hit on Gorek. And a Phoning J will come in with the Shiva's Guard, but will they look to finish him off here? He's going to pop up the Exorcism. BKB popped by Sadoy, God knows why. G going to come in with the Blade Fury, the Blade Mail, and fight into Korrak, but the Exorcism doing so much work on G. They're going to bring him down after the duel, And so Gorak won't get damaged, but BZZ will clean him up in the backside, and he will clean up a Phoning J as well, who runs through with the Ghost Scepter. Going to get hit up by a double edge, but the Diffusal Blade, as well as that last right click from BZZ, can finish him off. Ghost Scepter popped by Goddamn. He's going to jump that force down to the lower arm, get the gem and the Fire Blast and the blink out. The plays from Goddamn here, picking off BZZ as well as getting the gem back for his team. However, Rapier still on the side of VP here, and this Dusa is down, as well as this DP and this Troll Ward for the remainder of their death respawn durations here. Buyback from Ogre Magi there. He got cleaned up on the backside by Yul, but Sadoy's got this Rapier, and he ain't worried about nobody right now. Pumping into this mid-range. Look at him chunk this thing out for 200 damage a hit, and this is going to be mega creeps here for Virtus Pro. Yul coming off the backside. Sadoy not even worried. He's got his BKB up. Perhaps he jumps in and looks to pop it here. No, Artez is up, and they should look to back out here if they're smart. But there's going to be a Fire Blast Force Staff out from Sadoy. He still has BKB, but Medusa is up right now. Don't do this, Sadoy. You've got a Rapier on you. You've got Mega Creeps. Where are you going? He's going to get hit up by the Fire Blast. Artez is just looking to clean out this mid wave here so that their Ancient is not attacked. Sadoy still in here. 10 seconds until Gorak is up. He will finally blink out with 5,800 gold on the Centaur. Jotum in the front lines, keeping the Radiant Creep Wave at bay to allow their lanes to continue to push into this Ancient and choke out a Compass Gaming here. Rapier still on the side of VP here, 27,000 net worth for Sadoy's Centaur War Runner, getting those couple last hits, as well as having the Rapier and 6k gold to his name. Looks like the split push is real here if they can get this wave pushed out mid. A Phoning J as well as the Medusa here have bots here, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of this Rapier pickup. I really thought Scotty would have done so much more for Artez here. He died within minutes of having it on a solo kill, not even getting to use it in a team fight up against BZZ. If you die with a Scotty there, you die, and that's all that happens. You die with a Rapier there, and you feed a Rapier to a Clinks who was already very fat. Albeit he didn't hold it for long, but the fact that it's even on Virtus Pro's side takes 6k net worth away from Compass Gaming. They're going to posture up bot lane here. There's going to be TPs in, so they are going to look to Throne here. We're going to see a base race. Medusa using the Stone Gaze, trying to slow them up as the Dire Ancient is being attacked. Is it real here? Compass Gaming with the Exorcism up. There's no Glyph. Only BZZ is back, but he's not going to be enough, and Compass Gaming going to pull out the ratty play here. Beautiful bot spot in by a Phoning J. Stone Gaze used in the bot lane. No Rapier on their side. They feed it over, but Compass Gaming, the spoilers of Starladder Season 10 Europe qualifiers here, they're going to take out Cloud9. They're going to look to take out VP. VP's got 4 losses, and they've got 7 games. They've got 7 games left, sitting at, or 6 games left now, sitting at 5-4, and they've got to win 5 of their last 6 to have a chance here at getting through for VP. So crushing loss. BZZ, unreal game, 18-6 on the Clinks, was able to steal a Rapier from Artez's Medusa, but all it took at the end of the game was a Stone Gaze and a push up the mid lane from Compass Gaming. So not enough TPs, not enough discipline there for Virtus Pro, and BZZ was the only one back to defend mid lane there, and all they did was stand there in their Exorcism up and pop with the Dazzle, keep up the DP and pop that Dire Ancient at 53 minutes in. The advantage VP had meant nothing. So really well played from Compass Gaming. Heads up Dota there, keeping their Dusa back, using the Stone Gaze to slow down everyone as much as possible, using the Exorcism on the other side of things, as well as the Berserker's Rage to bring down the Ancient real quick. Exciting game here, folks. We've got VP Polar up next, so we'll see if the Polar squad can do better than the vanilla Virtus Pro squad here. They're going to be facing up against the new Fnatic 4Anchors here, so join me real soon, guys. We're going to have that next game up for you real soon. I am More Rage Please, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster. Thank you for joining me, guys. I'll see you back soon for game 3 of day 27 of the Starladder Season 10 Europe and Russia qualifier. See you soon, guys. Check that, guys. We've got the schedule here at 2:45 Eastern Time for the next game for the Star Ladder series. So presumably I have an appointment at 2:15. I will not be able to cast that game, unfortunately. But thank you so much for joining me, guys, today. You can check out the official stream at twitch.tv/Dota Starladder _EN. That's Dota Starladder _EN for English there. I believe Ziori and Blaze are casting that for Beyond the Summit TV. So some excellent Dota this morning. It's unfortunate. Yeah, we did get a couple of letdowns today with not being able to see the first game develop and only getting to see VP get crushed after stealing a rapier. Very anticlimactic ending there, but heads up play from Compass Gaming. So unfortunately, guys, I probably won't be able to cast this third game unless they start it soon. If they do start it within the next 10 minutes or so, which I doubt they will because the schedule does say 2:45 Eastern or 20:45 CEST. I won't be able to cast that, but I will be back tonight at 6 p.m. for the third place matchup between Shadows of the Past and Complexity Gaming. So thank you again for joining me, guys. Throw the stream a follow. Throw me a follow at MRP_Dota on Twitter. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I appreciate the support. Flame me. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what I can do better. Throw me a message on Twitch or Twitter. And I appreciate it once again, guys. I love y'all. This is More Rage Please, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster, signing out, and I'll see you back at 6 p.m. Eastern.